Here are 101 facts about American chopper bikes. And yes, we're going way deeper than the reality TV show drama, way deeper. Flash round. Number 1. Choppers got their name because builders literally chopped away excess frame material. But the first choppers were built by World War II veterans who learned metalworking skills dismantling enemy vehicles. Number 2. Despite getting 40 plus miles per gallon, a 500-pound chopper produces more harmful emissions per mile than a 5,000-pound pickup truck. Your eco-friendly bike pumps dirtier exhaust than gas guzzlers because motorcycles lack sophisticated catalytic systems. Number 3. If you own a custom chopper, expect insurance costs 300% higher than standard motorcycle coverage. That's assuming you can even find a company willing to cover those ape-hanger handlebars. Many insurers flat out refuse to write policies for choppers because they're considered too high risk. Hope you've got deep pockets and a backup transportation plan. Number 4. The iconic Captain America chopper from Easy Rider. Built on a police auction, Harley Davidson. The ultimate symbol of rebellion was constructed from law enforcement surplus. Talk about irony. Number 5. Paul Teutul Sr. founded Orange County Choppers in 1999, but father-son tensions led to explosive business split and competing companies. Family bonding became public feud across multiple networks. Number 6. American Chopper premiered in 2003 and ran for 179 episodes, turning the Teutul family into household names. More episodes than Breaking Bad, Sopranos, and Game of Thrones combined. Number 7. The Black Widow chopper features a 120 cubic inch S&S engine with spiderweb motifs throughout. Serious power-delivering gut-punching acceleration dressed in arachnid artistry. Number 8. Custom chopper insurance costs 300% more than standard coverage, assuming you find a company willing to cover ape-hanger handlebars. Many insurers flat out refuse chopper policies because they're too high risk. Number 9. Motorcycles are 11 times more likely to be stolen than cars, and custom choppers are prime targets. Your $75,000 rolling artwork lifts into a van by 3 criminals in 60 seconds. Number 10. Female motorcycle ownership has doubled in the past decade, with millennial women making up 26% of new riders. The chopper world now attracts soccer moms, college students, and professionals seeking freedom and rebellion. But to understand how choppers became mainstream entertainment, we need to go back to where this whole culture started, with returning soldiers who'd had enough of following other people's rules. Rebel roots. Number 11. When World War II veterans returned home in the late 1940s, they brought metalworking skills, learned dismantling enemy aircraft, and repairing battlefield equipment under impossible conditions. These guys had spent years making life-or-death repairs with whatever materials they could scrounge, so customizing a motorcycle seemed like child's play. They looked at their stock Harleys and saw unlimited potential waiting for the right tools and attitude. Number 12. California's Mojave Desert dry lake beds became their testing ground where speed was the only rule that mattered. While hot rodders were pushing cars to their limits on the same salt flats, these early chopper builders were stripping down and souping up motorcycles for pure velocity. The same barren landscape that hosts land speed records today was where chopper culture first learned to fly. Number 13. Early builders used lead removal chemical treatments to reshape steel frames before welding. Techniques so dangerous they'd shut down any modern shop instantly. These guys were working with toxic chemicals and open flames in backyard garages, creating the flowing lines that define chopper aesthetics. Safety regulations didn't exist yet, so innovation happened through trial and error, with emphasis on error. Number 14. West Coast chopper culture merged with the emerging surf and skate scenes, creating a uniquely California rebellion that valued individual style over mass-produced conformity. Beach culture met biker attitude, and suddenly you had guys riding custom bikes to surf spots, carrying boards on choppers that were works of art in their own right. Number 15. David Mann captured chopper culture in his legendary paintings during the 1960s and 70s, creating iconic images that still define how most people visualize the chopper lifestyle. His artwork showed choppers as symbols of freedom and rebellion, usually with long-haired riders cruising through desert landscapes under endless blue skies. Those paintings became the mythology that chopper culture lives by. Number 16. Venice Beach became the epicenter of chopper innovation, where builders competed to create the most radical modifications possible. If you could dream it and had the skills to weld it, Venice was where it happened. The boardwalk became an unofficial chopper show where builders displayed their latest creations and inspired each other to push boundaries even further. Number 17. The term bobber actually preceded choppers, but focused on stripping away unnecessary parts rather than extending geometry. Bobbers were about minimalism. Remove everything that didn't make the bike go faster. Choppers took the opposite approach, extending and modifying frames to create dramatic visual impact even if it meant sacrificing performance. Number 18. Early chopper builders established a culture where style trumped safety, comfort, and practicality every single time. This wasn't about efficient transportation or ergonomic design. This was about making a statement that couldn't be ignored. If your chopper didn't turn heads and start conversations, you weren't doing it right. Function followed form, and form was everything. Number 19. Hardtail frames eliminated rear suspension entirely for pure aesthetic reasons. Who needs comfort when you can have that perfect rigid line from seat to rear wheel? Every bump in the road becomes a reminder that you're riding art, not appliance. Your spine might complain, but your style credibility goes through the roof. Number 20. Extended front forks became the signature chopper modification, adding anywhere from 6 to 18 inches of length to create that unmistakable stretched appearance. The longer your forks, the more respect you commanded in chopper circles. It was a visual arms race where moderation was considered weakness. Look, we just broke down decades of chopper engineering evolution that most builders learned through years of trial and error. You now understand the technical foundation behind every custom bike you see. Hit subscribe if that saved you some serious research time. Number 21. Rake angles of 30 to 40 degrees became standard chopper geometry, completely transforming how these bikes handled compared to stock motorcycles. For perspective, most standard bikes use 25 degrees maximum. Choppers deliberately sacrifice cornering ability and low-speed maneuverability to achieve that dramatic stretched profile. Number 22. Custom neck modifications allowed builders to achieve extreme front-end extensions that fundamentally changed the riding experience. We're talking about serious structural modifications that required expert welding skills and careful engineering to ensure the bike didn't literally fall apart under stress. Number 23. Sissy bars provided both passenger support and visual drama, often extending several feet above the seat to create that distinctive chopper silhouette against the skyline. These weren't just safety features, they were artistic statements that announced your chopper's presence from blocks away. Number 24. Early choppers sometimes featured Springer front ends with exposed springs and mechanical linkages, creating a steampunk aesthetic decades before steampunk existed. These vintage suspension systems became fashion statements as much as functional components, showing off the mechanical complexity that modern telescopic forks hide inside sealed tubes. Number 25. Forward controls moved foot pegs toward the front of the bike, creating that signature laid-back riding position that defined chopper attitude. You weren't just riding a motorcycle, you were lounging on two wheels, projecting an image of casual confidence that said you had nowhere urgent to be and all day to get there. This underground culture caught the attention of one driven entrepreneur who saw opportunity in organized chaos. Enter Paul Teutul Sr., the man who would bring chopper building into America's living rooms. Family drama meets metal mastery. Number 26. Paul Sr. launched Orange County Choppers in 1999 after years of running Orange County Iron Works. With a deep background in industrial steelwork, building motorcycles was a natural next step. He didn't just work with metal, he spoke its language. Number 27. The company employed skilled fabricators, painters, and mechanics who could transform raw steel into rolling sculptures. These were craftsmen who took pride in creating something unique every day. Number 28. Orange County Chopper's Newburgh, New York location became a tourist destination where motorcycle enthusiasts witnessed custom bike building in action. The shop went from workspace to cultural landmark. Number 29. The shop culture perfectly blended traditional metalworking craftsmanship with reality television drama, creating a business model that dozens of other custom builders tried desperately to replicate. But you can't fake the authentic tension between perfectionism and deadlines that made Orange County Chopper's appointment television. Number 30. American Chopper premiered on Discovery Channel March 31st, 2003, and immediately changed how mainstream America viewed custom motorcycle building. Suddenly, fabrication work that had been hidden in underground shops was playing in suburban living rooms during prime time. Blue-collar craftsmanship became entertainment gold. Number 31. Over 12 seasons, the series produced 179 episodes, making the Tootle family more recognizable than most Hollywood celebrities. Real family dysfunction sustained audience interest year after year. Number 32. Each 42-minute episode followed complete builds from initial concept sketches to final reveal ceremonies, giving viewers unprecedented access to the creative process behind custom motorcycles. Most people had never seen professional fabrication work, so watching steel become art was genuinely fascinating television. Number 33. The show's international success exported American chopper culture worldwide, inspiring builders from Tokyo to Berlin. A reality show about family arguments became a global cultural phenomenon. Number 34. The merchandising empire expanded far beyond motorcycles to include branded clothing, scale model kits, video games, and even a cologne line. Fans could immerse themselves in Orange County Chopper's culture even if they never intended to ride a motorcycle. The brand became bigger than the bikes themselves. Number 35. The series bounced between Discovery Channel and TLC like a high-stakes custody battle, with networks fighting over the ratings gold that reliable Tootle family drama represented. Television executives learned that blue-collar conflict could generate just as much audience engagement as any scripted series. Number 36. Even the 2018 to 2019 revival seasons attracted strong viewership numbers, proving that chopper culture had developed serious staying power in American entertainment. Nostalgia for simpler times when problems could be solved with welding torches and creative profanity kept audiences coming back for more. Number 37. Paul Sr. became famous for his explosive personality and signature kick-your-ass catchphrase that entered American pop culture vocabulary. The man didn't believe in subtle communication. If something needed saying, he said it at maximum volume with maximum intensity. Diplomacy was for people who didn't work with molten metal. Number 38. Paul Jr. emerged as the creative visionary with modern computer-aided design skills that brought precision engineering to traditional chopper building. He represented the new generation of builders who combined artistic vision with technical expertise, using CAD software to perfect designs before cutting any steel. Number 39. The father-son creative conflicts weren't manufactured television drama. They were genuine disagreements between different generations approaching the same craft with completely different philosophies. Senior valued traditional methods and proven techniques, while Junior wanted to push boundaries with innovative designs and modern technology. The cameras just happened to be rolling when these fundamental differences exploded into entertainment. Number 40. Paul Jr.'s departure from Orange County Choppers in 2008 created a very public family feud that played out across multiple television networks and social media platforms. Business partnerships are difficult enough without adding family dynamics and reality television pressure. Something had to give, and it turned out to be the relationship itself. Number 41. The split led directly to American Chopper Senior vs. Junior, a spin-off series that ran from 2010 to 2012 and documented the competing businesses trying to prove who was the superior builder. Television executives had discovered that chopper fans would watch these guys compete just as eagerly as they'd watch them collaborate. Number 42. Orange County choppers continued building custom motorcycles long after the television cameras stopped rolling, proving they were legitimate craftsmen rather than just reality television personalities. The shop still operates today, creating one-of-a-kind builds for clients who want that authentic Orange County choppers experience. Number 43. The company maintains a museum and showroom that's open to the public, allowing fans to examine legendary builds up close and appreciate the craftsmanship that television couldn't fully capture. It's become a pilgrimage site for motorcycle enthusiasts who want to understand what separates custom art from mass production. Number 44. Paul Jr. established Paul Jr. Designs as a direct competitor to his father's business, turning family rivalry into market competition that benefited customers who suddenly had two options for Orange County chopper-style builds. Nothing motivates innovation like trying to prove your family wrong on national television. Number 45. The Tuttle family dysfunction generated more sustained media coverage than most celebrity divorces, proving that working-class family drama could captivate mainstream audiences just as effectively as Hollywood gossip. Americans connected with a family that solved problems through loud arguments and creative solutions, even when those solutions involved dangerous power tools. All this family drama made for compelling television, but when Orange County choppers needed to honor America's heroes and tell truly meaningful stories, they proved they could build monuments as well as motorcycles. Legendary builds. Number 46. The Black Widow chopper established Paul Jr.'s signature aesthetic with intricate spiderweb motifs covering every surface from gas tank to rear fender. This wasn't just painted decoration, these were three-dimensional web patterns that required dozens of hours of precise fabrication work. Every line had to be perfect because spiders don't make mistakes in nature. Number 47. Under that sinister black paint job lurks a 120 cubic inch S&S engine producing enough torque to chirp the rear tire from a standstill. That serious displacement generating gut-punching acceleration that matches the bike's predatory appearance. Beauty and beast combined in one terrifying package. Number 48. The Black Widow's high-gloss finish required multiple base coats, color layers, and clear protective coats applied over several weeks of painstaking paintwork. This isn't rattle-can spray paint. This is automotive-grade finish work that could withstand weather and time while maintaining that mirror-like depth that makes people stop and stare. Number 49. Paul Jr. designed every Black Widow detail personally, from the spider-shaped mirrors to the web-patterned spokes, creating a cohesive artistic vision that elevated motorcycle customization into legitimate sculpture. This bike proved that choppers could be genuine art pieces worthy of museum display. Number 50. The Fire Bike represents Orange County Chopper's most emotionally significant build, honoring the 343 firefighters who died responding to the September 11th attacks. This wasn't just another themed motorcycle, this was a rolling memorial that carried the weight of national tragedy and heroic sacrifice. Number 51. Beyond that ground zero steel embedded in the gas tank, every fire bike component tells part of the firefighter's story through carefully chosen design elements. The bodywork incorporates helmet-inspired curves, the paint scheme uses emergency service colors, and custom badges honor specific fire departments that lost members that day. Number 52. The Firebike's 103 cubic inch engine was specifically tuned for low-end torque rather than top speed because this wasn't about racing, it was about respect. Every acceleration felt like a tribute, every rumble through the exhaust honored fallen heroes. Performance took second place to meaning. Number 53. The POW MIA bike honors prisoners of war and soldiers missing in action through design elements that ensure these forgotten heroes remain in public consciousness. The custom chain guard features the iconic POW MIA logo, and the paint scheme incorporates military colors that command respect from veterans and civilians alike. Number 54. The Liberty bike literally incorporates copper from Statue of Liberty restoration work, making this motorcycle a rideable piece of American heritage. When Lady Liberty got her major renovation, Orange County Choppers acquired some of the original copper sheeting and hand-engraved it into panels that celebrate American freedom through metalwork. Number 55. That Liberty copper came with documented provenance, proving its authentic connection to the most recognized symbol of American freedom. Try finding that kind of historical legitimacy in any other custom motorcycle. This bike doesn't just represent American values, it's built from American monuments. Number 56. The Air Force Chopper drew direct inspiration from the F-22 Raptor fighter jet, incorporating aerodynamic design elements that made the bike look capable of supersonic flight. The bodywork featured angular panels and air intake-inspired details that translated military aviation aesthetics into motorcycle form. Number 57. Underneath that jet fighter styling sits a 131 cubic inch engine producing 150 horsepower, enough power to back up its aggressive military appearance with genuine performance. This wasn't just military cosplay, this was a machine worthy of the Air Force name. Number 58. The Air Force build operated under a brutal 45-day deadline that pushed the Orange County Choppers crew to their absolute limits, proving that even master craftsmen produce their best work under pressure. Television schedules don't accommodate artistic temperament, so the team learned to create miracles on demand. Number 59. The Dixie Chopper incorporated actual lawnmower components, including a Generac engine, because sometimes the most unexpected inspiration produces the most memorable results. Taking parts designed for cutting grass and transforming them into motorcycle components required genuine creativity and serious fabrication skills. Number 60. The Dixie Chopper's wheels were designed to rotate like lawn mower blades, creating a visual connection between form and function that made perfect sense once you understood the theme. Every detail reinforced the grass-cutting inspiration without making the bike look ridiculous. Number 61. The New York Yankees bike celebrated America's most successful baseball franchise through design elements that included team logos, pinstripe paint schemes, and chrome baseball bats integrated into the frame structure. Sports fans could finally ride their team loyalty instead of just wearing it. Number 62. The Cadillac bike translated luxury automotive design language into motorcycle form, featuring Cadillac emblem hubcaps and chrome finishes that rivaled actual automotive work. 4 wheels became 2 without losing any of the prestige or attention to detail that defines luxury transportation. Number 63. The Jay Leno bike was custom built for The Tonight Show host and featured a unique exhaust system that appeared on national television, proving that Orange County Choppers could satisfy even celebrity clients with extremely high standards. When your bike appears on late night TV, every detail better be perfect. Number 64. The Comanche bike drew inspiration from military helicopter design, incorporating rotor blade motifs throughout its structure. When chopper meets chopper, you get a machine that celebrates both motorcycle culture and military aviation through intelligent design integration. Number 65. The race car bike required a $150,000 budget to complete, incorporating racing-themed elements throughout its design and proving that some custom motorcycle work costs more than most people's houses. This wasn't transportation, this was rolling artwork priced accordingly. These emotional tributes and celebrity builds look absolutely stunning, but creating them requires precision engineering and fabrication techniques that would impress aerospace professionals. And there is a lot to talk about the technical mastery behind the artistry. Engineering extremes. Number 66. Orange County Choppers builds typically feature extended front forks that add 6 to 12 inches of length beyond stock specifications, creating that distinctive stretch chopper profile that announces its presence from blocks away. In chopper mathematics, longer always equals cooler, even when it compromises handling characteristics. Number 67. Every custom frame is individually designed and fabricated to accommodate specific themes, rider dimensions, and performance requirements using high-tensile steel and precision TIG welding techniques. These aren't modified production frames, they're ground-up engineering projects that start with raw tubing and end with rolling sculpture. Number 68. Most Orange County Choppers builds utilize V-twin engines displacing over 100 cubic inches because chopper culture demands serious displacement numbers that command respect. When your bike's primary job is making statements, engine size becomes a crucial part of the conversation. Number 69. Oversized rear tires sometimes reach 300 millimeters in width. That's nearly 12 inches of rubber contacting the pavement and creating a visual foundation that balances those extended front ends. Good luck finding replacement tires at your neighborhood motorcycle shop when these wear out. Number 70. Custom paintwork involves multiple layers of primer, base coat, color, special effects, and protective clear coat applied over several weeks of climate-controlled spray booth time. This isn't weekend garage painting. This is automotive-grade finish work that could grace the finest show cars. Number 71. Orange County Choppers fabricates unique gas tanks, fenders, handlebars, and bodywork components for each individual build, meaning virtually nothing comes from existing parts catalogs. If you can't buy the part you need, you design it from scratch and build it in-house. Mass production is the enemy of customization. Number 72. Some builds feature right-hand drive transmissions and reverse shift patterns purely for that custom feel that makes every gear change a unique experience. Different just to be different, even when it means relearning basic motorcycle operation for no practical benefit. Number 73. Rake angles of 6 inches or more completely transform the handling characteristics of these machines, creating bikes that prioritize visual drama over cornering ability every single time. Form dominates function in chopper culture, and function learns to adapt or get left behind. Number 74. The Orange County Choppers shop combines computer-controlled CNC machining with traditional hand fabrication techniques, proving that modern technology enhances rather than replaces old-school craftsmanship. The best custom work happens when digital precision meets human artistry. Number 75. Every motorcycle is assembled entirely by hand with attention to detail that would make Swiss watchmakers jealous of the precision and patience required. Mass production efficiency becomes irrelevant when you're creating one-off pieces that will never be duplicated. Number 76. Chrome plating and powder coating processes provide finishes designed to withstand decades of weather exposure, though the chrome plating alone can add 5 to 7 pounds of weight to major components. Beauty has mass, and mass affects performance, but chopper builders accept this trade-off gladly. Number 77. Some Orange County Choppers builds incorporate historically significant materials like Statue of Liberty copper and World Trade Center steel, proving that custom motorcycles can become rolling museums that preserve American heritage through functional art. History doesn't have to sit behind glass in buildings. Number 78. Custom seats and leather work are hand-stitched using traditional upholstery techniques that date back to the earliest chopper builders, ensuring that modern bikes maintain connection to their rebellious roots. Some skills never become obsolete when quality matters more than efficiency. Number 79. Exhaust systems are individually designed and fabricated to match each bike's specific theme and performance requirements, because even the sound signature needs to support the overall artistic vision. Your bike's voice should match its appearance and personality. Number 80. These machines are engineered primarily for visual impact rather than practical daily riding, though Orange County Choppers test every build for basic roadworthiness and legal compliance. They'll start, run, and stop safely, but don't expect touring comfort or sport bike performance. Number 81. Most television builds operate under compressed schedules that would stress even experienced fabrication teams, with deadlines measured in weeks rather than months. Television production schedules don't accommodate artistic temperament, so crews learn to produce miracles on demand without compromising quality. Number 82. Despite their show-focused design priorities, Orange County Choppers motorcycles undergo actual road testing to ensure they meet basic safety and performance standards for street-legal operation. Even the most outrageous custom work must function as genuine transportation, not just static display pieces. Number 83. Modern builds incorporate LED lighting systems and custom digital instrumentation that create cockpit environments resembling science fiction more than traditional motorcycle design. The future of chopper culture includes technology that enhances rather than compromises the artistic vision. Number 84. Finished weight varies dramatically depending on materials choices and design complexity, with some builds exceeding 800 pounds compared to typical motorcycle weights around 400 pounds. All that custom metalwork and chrome plating adds up to serious mass that affects every aspect of performance. This engineering excellence creates absolutely magnificent machines, but here's the reality check that chopper dealers prefer not to discuss during sales presentations. Beauty versus beast. Number 85. If you buy a custom chopper, expect cornering ability sacrificed entirely for visual drama, with turning radius increases of several feet making tight parking lots genuine navigation challenges. Your bike will look amazing going straight, but changing direction becomes an exercise in advanced planning. Number 86. Rigid hardtail frames eliminate rear suspension completely, creating a bone-jarring ride quality that prioritizes aesthetics over spinal comfort every mile you travel. Your chiropractor will appreciate the steady business, but your weekend ride comfort disappears entirely. Number 87. Extremely low seat heights around 26 inches accommodate shorter riders beautifully but force taller riders into cramped positions that become genuinely uncomfortable during extended riding sessions. One size fits few in the chopper world, despite the universal appeal of the aesthetic. Number 88. Custom choppers rarely accommodate passengers comfortably because they're designed as solo rider machines that prioritize individual expression over social functionality. Your significant other gets to admire your bike from the car following behind, not experience the ride firsthand. Number 89. Minimal ground clearance around 6 to 8 inches severely limits lean angle capability, making aggressive cornering impossible without scraping expensive custom parts against pavement. Spirited riding becomes financially dangerous when replacement parts cost thousands of dollars. Number 90. The extreme stretch geometry creates slower steering response that makes low-speed maneuvering more challenging than standard motorcycles, turning simple parking maneuvers into careful choreography requiring patience and practice. Urban riding becomes an entirely different skill set. Number 91. Custom fabricated components mean higher maintenance costs because you can't simply visit any motorcycle dealership for routine service work. Specialization looks beautiful but costs extra when repairs and maintenance require custom shop expertise. Number 92. Insurance companies treat custom choppers as high-risk investments because theft rates are astronomical and replacement costs often exceed reasonable limits for standard coverage policies. Many insurers simply refuse to write policies, leaving owners with limited expensive options. Number 93. Fuel economy varies widely, but typically ranges from 30 to 40 miles per gallon at highway speeds, which sounds reasonable until you factor in the premium fuel requirements and specialized maintenance that custom engines often demand. Number 94. Storage space essentially doesn't exist on most chopper builds because every available surface area gets dedicated to visual impact rather than practical utility. Pack light or don't pack at all. Your chopper prioritizes looking good over carrying stuff. Number 95. Custom builds often require extensive documentation, including itemized receipts and professional appraisals for insurance purposes, adding bureaucratic complexity to your rebellion against conventional transportation. Even Revolution requires paperwork these days. Number 96. Specialized suspension systems and custom components require mechanics with specific knowledge and experience to maintain properly, making qualified service providers rare and expensive. Your local motorcycle shop probably can't help you when something breaks. Number 97. Electric and hybrid chopper prototypes exist, but remain extremely rare because chopper culture still values traditional V-twin engine sounds and vibrations over environmental considerations. The future might be electric, but chopper culture remains stubbornly analog. Despite all these practical limitations, or perhaps because of them, American choppers fundamentally transformed global motorcycle culture in ways that continue influencing builders and riders worldwide. Impact beyond the garage. Number 98. Orange County choppers single-handedly boosted Newburgh, New York's local economy by creating jobs, attracting tourism, and inspiring related businesses that serve the growing chopper community. Reality television with genuine economic benefits for an entire region. Number 99. The company's international success spawned licensing deals, merchandise lines, and franchise opportunities that spread chopper culture far beyond traditional motorcycle communities into mainstream retail markets. Mass market rebellion became a legitimate business category. Number 100. Orange County Choppers motorcycles have been exported internationally and displayed in automotive museums alongside classic cars and racing motorcycles, proving that American chopper culture commands respect as legitimate mechanical artistry rather than just elaborate hobby work. Number 101. And here's what nobody wants to admit. American choppers prove that the best things in life can't be bought at dealerships. In a culture obsessed with convenience and instant gratification, these bikes demand skill, patience, and genuine commitment. They're living proof that shortcuts produce garbage and real quality requires sacrifice most people won't make. There you have it, 101 facts about American chopper bikes that show these builds are far more than just vehicles. They reflect creativity, family tension, and cultural defiance, all wrapped in steel and soul. Which fact hit you hardest? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the stories behind the machines.